Hello everyone and welcome to Baking with Babsha. How are you all doing tonight?
Great.
Good? Great. How many of you have ever been to a live TV show before? You got a few? Great. Well, for you first-timers, let me tell you a little about what's going to happen here. First of all, the show, of course, is live, which means that anything, and I do mean anything, can happen. And thanks to the generosity of your community service station, Cable Access 4, and today's sponsors, Old Castle Restaurant and Beer Barn, The Flip Flop Shop, and Dollar Tree, now it's $1.25 can buy you anything in the store. The show will instantly be sent out over the airwaves and seen by, well, dozens of people. Anyway, my name is Stephanie Biddle, and I am Baking with Babsha's producer and director. And this over here is Roberta. She is our audiovisual co-op student from the excellent Getting Our People Off the Streets program. It's our job to make sure the show starts and ends on time, and in between, see that all of you have a lot of fun. Right, Roberta? It is really nice to see a couple of familiar faces here today. Mrs. Hutchinson, how's the rash? Oh, good. I'm glad that's better. Oh, and there's good old George. George is a little hard of hearing. George, Babsha wanted me to let you know she got your letter. And she thought your idea for using Babsha's chocolate syrup was really interesting. Unfortunately, health regulations forbid us from having Babsha dip you in it from head to toe, as you suggest. You are not a well man, George. Roberta's letting me know we'll be live in 1 minute. Be right back. One minute, Babsha. Have a great show.
Okie dokie.
So, since tonight is our very last show, how about we bring Babsha on with the biggest round of applause ever? Just watch over there for that sign, and then give it everything you've got. Okay. Ready on camera one, Lenny? Great. Have fun, everyone. 15 seconds, Babsha.
Is good audience?
It's gonna be a great audience, Babsha. Best we've ever had.
You check props?
You know I always check the props.
You check mail?
Ma, 5 seconds. I gotta go.
So go. What's keeping you?
Yeah, right. Okay, Roberta, in 3, 2, cue music. And now, here is the final episode of Baking with Babsha.
Hello, good people. So nice to see you. Oh, and Mrs. H, I see you're not scratching. Look good. And Brian, I see your mother later, so you behave. And Georgie, dip me in chocolate, dip you in chocolate. Oh, bad boy, bad boy. Stop by dressing room after show, we talk. And hello, Elm Street Ladies Bridge Club. Hello, girls. And there's Mabel and Gladys at the Knitting Canuck. Hello. Did you hear today's sad news? Yes, today is last Baking with Babsha show. After today, no more Babsha cabbage roll. No more Babsha borscht. No more Babsha. It's sad. It's tragic. Like Russian clay. know why? Because community service stations say not enough people watch Babsha. They want more space for pickleball. Pickleball? I say, I make pickle beads. What do you want with pickleballs? And Babsha cannot do show at home in small little kitchen. Oh, Babsha needs a live audience. She needs laughter and applause. What a nice surprise. Bolsheviks who run TV stations, they don't know nothing. Oh, have you met my girl, Stephanie? Stephanie, come.
Babsha.
Come. Babsha already fired. Were they going to fire her again? Do you know who this is? This is Stephanie. She is wonderful producer, wonderful director, and wonderful Babsha daughter. And she made Babsha so proud because she quit smoking. How many days now?
4 days.
4 days with no cancer. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
You know what else?
Oh, please don't. Oh.
Stephanie is single. Can you believe that, fellas? Now, such a sweet girl. Of course, she have no job anymore. And she got a few gray hairs. But fellas, you write to Babsha, and I'll see if I can arrange a blind date, okay?
Back to the show.
It is the show.
Cook, please.
That girl is like a teepee and a wigwam. 2 tents. Today we cook less Romanian special supper. So on with the apron.
Today's apron has been generously donated by Cindy, seller of sin. What the?
Dollar store apron is okay if you like that kind of thing. But today is Babsha's last show. And Babsha wants to go out with a bang. So, bang. You like? Georgie, don't look too hard. Pacemaker is not set up for Papa. So today we make pierogi. Now, gotta wash my hands. Washing hands is so important. Always wash your hands and take off hand jewelry when you cook. Yeah. Today we make pierogi. Now many people say pierogies. It is wrong, wrong, wrong. It's insult. Every time someone says pierogies, a Romanian grandmother dies. So say it with me, pierogi. Pierogi. Ah, so good, so good. And then we make a Romanian rum baba, a poppy seed rum cake. So first, Babsha needs to test ingredients. Always look for the best quality.
No.
Now first, we make the borscht. We have nice beef stock cooking on stove. Then, we cut 6 onions, sweet like lover's kiss. 6 beets, red like children's cheeks. And 1 carrot, long like Oh. Oh boy, not too long. Now we chop, chop, chop and say, Stephanie, do Bobcha have mail this week?
Yes, she does. Yes, we do. Our first letter is from John from Brandon. And he writes, Dear Bobsha, I have been watching you since the other Cable 4 cooking show was canceled last month. I was wondering, do you know Isabel... Oops. I am so sorry, Bobsha.
Go on and read. Nice letter.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Read.
Okay. I was wondering, do you know Isabel Lomax, the hostess of Busy Izzy? And if so, can you get me her recipe for steak and kidney pie? Yours sincerely, John from Brandon.
Hello, John from Brandon. Thank you for writing. Nice letter. And yes, I know person that you mentioned. You sound like a nice man. So I do a nice thing. I will not give you recipe for snake and pig meat pie. Why? Because Isabel Lomax is a terrible cook. She's a terrible TV host, and she's a terrible person.
Okay, Bobsha. It's time we take a little break and show our viewers at home the community service announcements.
So soulmates, let's show.
Okay, we're clear. I've got to go pick up the sponsors for the next segment. Roberta, you are temporarily in charge. Please give Bobsha the countdown after the community service announcements, okay?
Roberta, come. We celebrate last show. Woohoo! Well, Stephanie don't know. It won't hurt her. Here. Last show. Cheers. Roja.
I have really had enough of this.
Isabel.
So nice that you still remembered my name after all this time.
We're live streaming.
I'm aware of that. Over the past several weeks, I have been watching this show, and I decided it was time that I came down and let you know that I have had it with your constant slander, Dolly Biddle. You have insulted me for the last time. You will be hearing from my lawyer.
I have never said a word on this show that wasn't true.
Liar! Does your viewing audience know that Bobsha from Romania is really Dolly Biddle from Brooklyn?
No, and they never will. Oh, hello, nice peoples. Hello.
Busy Izzy here, sharing a kitchen with my good friend Dolly Biddle.
Oh, thank you for sharing time with us.
But you know what? Dolly Biddle is her married name. She used to be Dolly Plotznick.
At least I got married. At least I had a husband.
Oh, honey, I had your husband more than you ever did.
You take that back.
Oh, you know perfectly well that Larry Biddle dated me first.
In your dreams, Larry and I, we were going steady long before you oozed onto the scene. Who did he take to the senior prom, huh?
Who did he take to the spring social?
We were engaged of June of '74.
And broke up in August.
And married in December.
What is happening?
The only reason he married you is because I said no.
Oh, you take that back.
How could he be happy living with you?
What is that?
This?
Yes. That is the Biddle family heirloom ring.
Yep.
It belonged to Larry's great-grandmother.
Yep.
How did you get it?
Larry gave it to me
When?
when we were dating.
He told me he lost it.
Nope.
You must have stolen it.
How dare you?
That ring belongs to me.
Well, you can pry it from my cold, dead hands.
Okay.
Stop!
That.
What the hell is going on here?
Stephanie, my name isn't
Okay,
Lomax,
she just
and I
walked
decided
right
to
up
come
these
down
steps
here
and
to
she's
give
gonna
her mother a
interrupt
taste of
my
her
show.
own medicine
I've had it
because
for
she
all
has
my
been
life.
insulting me
I'm
for
not
too
gonna
many
put up with
years.
this.
Everybody,
I can't take it.
time out! Sorry, folks. Babsha, if you would just go back to your borscht, and Miss Lomax, if you would just step over here, out of camera range.
Make me.
What?
Call me Miss Birdseye. I am frozen to the spine.
Well, what are you waiting for? Drag her out.
Ma, you know I have a bad back.
Just like her father.
Look, can't you two just shake hands and call it a day?
You want me to shake hands with the woman who broke up your parents' marriage?
That marriage should never have happened. It was over long before it started.
But it did happen, didn't it?
He only married you because I said no.
I don't think so.
Ladies.
Besides, Larry didn't even like your cooking.
Okay, now that's a lie.
Well, he told me so the night he died.
Wait a minute. You know something about the night my father died?
Of course.
Stephanie, dear, you don't need to hear this. Let's go on.
All you told me was he had a heart attack.
You were 6 years old. How do you tell a 6-year-old that her daddy was in a no-tell motel getting busy with Izzy?
You mean he died while you were...
Yep. But it wasn't a heart attack so much as it was a coronary orgasm.
Oh my... I think I'm gonna throw up.
The shame of it all. We had to have a closed casket.
Yeah, because they couldn't get the smile
Oh,
off his
dear
face.
God. Let's wrap this up, ladies.
But I'm not finished my recipe.
Wrap it up.
So it's been wonderful spending time with you. I am sorry to have to say goodbye.
But remember to eat well and enjoy life.
And remember, wash your hands.
Stay tuned for Macrame with Sister Mary Mildred coming up next on Cable Access 4. We're clear. Well, that's one way to end a showbiz career. Thanks for coming, everyone. Don't forget to take your coat and purse, Mrs. Hutchinson.
Goodbye, George.
Despite the unfortunate circumstances, Stephanie, it was nice meeting you.
Excuse me. Speaking with Babsha.
You always
Yes,
mess
this
things
is
up for me.
Stephanie.
You always had to have the last word, didn't you?
Funny, in my recollection, it was you who always had to have the last word every single time. Well, here's my last word to you. Goodbye.
Just a minute, Miss Lomax. Someone wants to speak with you.
Me? Wonder who that could be.
It's Satan. He wants to know when you'll be home.
Hello?
Let's start packing this up.
Stephanie, about your father.
I'll drive you home. We will talk about this later.
Really? How nice of you to say that. Okay. Well, thank you, and I wish you well also. Bye-bye. That was somebody calling to say how much they liked my show today.
Your show? Well, of all the nerve!
Oh, excuse me, dear. There seems to be another call.
Bacon with Bob show. Yeah, it's for you.
Hello. Oh, hello, girls. It's the Elm Street Ladies Bridge Club. Hello, girls. How are you? Oh, you did? Oh, good, good. They loved the show. Thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. What was that? Did we... They want to know, was it scripted or did we improvise?
Tell them I wrote it.
Okay. We improvised. Yes. Of course you can send video link to your girlfriends. Okay. Okie dokie. Bye-bye. What the heck?
Baking with Bob? Oh, Mr. Patterson.
Oh, is
Hello?
that Hugh Patterson?
I know who that is.
Shh. Hugh
Sorry,
Patterson
sir.
does all the scheduling and promotion for the community center, you dolt. Nothing happens around here without his say-so. Listen.
Yes, and then you'll... All right. Of course. Yes, I'll tell them. No, thank you, sir. Bye.
Well,
Mr. Patterson said his office is getting swamped with calls from people who want more of what they just saw. One caller said it was like a mashup of her two favorite shows, Martha Stewart and Jerry Springer. And she can't wait to see you again next week.
But I'm not going to be on next week.
Let me finish. Mr. Patterson wants to see both of you here again next week, and if next week is as good as this week, he'll continue to allow us the use of the studio.
well, Stephanie, your mother and I can't co-host a show. Within 5 minutes, one of us would be dead.
And the other one would be convicted of murder. We have hated each other for over 30 years.
I think that's the idea.
Well, it's a ridiculous idea. Oh my God, I have no intention of continuing to air my personal affairs in public. And besides, I've had a lot of other offers, you know.
Oh, you've had about as many offers as I've had. Which is none. Oh, and as far as not wanting to air your personal affairs in public, you have always opened up your big fat cake hole to whoever will listen to you.
That is an outright lie. I'm a very private person.
You're about as private as a Kardashian cleavage.
All right. If you both think this is such a bad idea, I will call Mr. Patterson back and tell him that neither of you are willing to continue.
Fine.
You can both just retire. Look forward to years of undisturbed peace and tranquility. Maybe even move into one of those nice retirement homes. Endless hours on the porch, learning macrame with Sister Mary Mildred, doing jigsaw puzzles. I don't like those. Cups of tea and ham sandwiches on unbuttered white bread. Ew. Before bedtime at 8:30. Unless, what? Unless we do script the show.
What do you mean?
I could create dialogue that you would follow precisely. We could make up things to say that are completely scandalous and outrageous, but they won't be real. You know, like all those other reality shows. So what do you say?
I won't share my dressing room with her.
I'll arrange separate dressing rooms. Ladies, it seems to me that we don't have much to lose. I know I sure don't. So what do you say?
I'll do
Count me
it.
in.
Great. Okay, I'll start a script outline and get the ball rolling. But we'll need a new name.
Oh, the Izzy and Dolly show.
You mean the Dolly and Izzy show?
Why should you get first billing?
Because it's always alphabetical.
Or age before beauty.
Excuse me, you're older than I am.
Ha, since when?
Since God said, let there be light, and you flipped the switch.
Oh,
I think I have it. How about the Kitchen Witches?
what are you implying?
I don't think that you can describe me as a witch, Stephanie.
Unless you spell it with a B, Stephanie.
Okay, that tears it. I will do the show, but you keep her as far away from me until the show airs. Meanwhile, I will be in my dressing room.
Here's my card, Stephanie. Call me with the details. Kitchen witches, indeed. Get the hell out of my way.
Roberta, I need you to go get me a big pack of those nicotine patches and a big bottle of Tylenol. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Oh, yes. Yes. Roberta, have you seen them yet? Damn, 9 a.m. sharp, I said. We have the studio for 1 hour to rehearse, so be prompt, I said. Where the hell's the new sign? Roberta! Roberta! Beautiful. Now all we need are the witches.
Good morning, Stephanie. Isn't it a lovely day?
Witch number 1. Miss Lomax.
Oh, just Isabel, dear. No need to be so formal.
Okay. Isabel, have you seen Dolly?
Who?
Dolly Biddle, my mother, your co-host?
I almost forgot about her. Isn't she here yet?
No.
Well, she'll be along any time, dear. Don't get yourself so agitated. You know, you're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
I don't have room for another ulcer.
Stephanie, dear, is that my name on dressing room 2?
Yes?
And Dolly's name on dressing room 1?
So?
Well, why does she have the room closest to the set?
What?
Dear, dressing room 1 is clearly closer to the set.
It is?
That wouldn't have anything to do with a little bit of nepotism now, would it?
Nepotism?
I'm sure you don't want Mr. Patterson to think you're playing favorites this early in the game, do you?
I have never played favorites in my life.
Well, dear, in my day, they had a saying. The early bird always gets the first pick of whatever is being handed out. So, I will just take my things and get them sorted out and see you for rehearsal.
Isabel!
Ta-ta.
Okay. Which number 2?
Isn't it a wonderful day?
Where have you been?
Oh, you know I like things to be nice and fresh, so I stopped off for a few supplies. And here's the receipt. Roberta, you can put the packages up here. See, here's the receipt. Okay, you can pay me later. Where's Isabel?
She's in her dressing room.
Oh, well then I'll just go pat on my nose. Be right back.
No, not there. You're in dressing room 2.
I have always been in dressing room 1. It's closest to the set. The lighting is better. And it's dressing room 1.
Ma, they are exactly the same.
I just thought with my asthma and my mild diabetes and my heart condition that...
You don't have a heart condition. Ma, Isabel got here first, so it's her dressing room now.
Oh, I see.
What?
I am your mother, and you do not want to be accused of favoritism. So I get the short end of the stick now.
Please don't. I beg you.
Ever since your father died. And I was left alone, helpless, defenseless. I have tried to raise you to the best of my ability. Yes, I have. And I've never expected anything in return, not one thing. Except for a little consideration in my old age, a little kindness now and then.
Are you done?
I will go to my dressing room, the faraway dressing room, and I will take my medicine, rest up, and gather my strength for the rest of the rehearsal.
Roberta, please patch me. Oh, thank God. Stick it on there good.
Okay, ready when you are. Isn't Dolly here yet?
Yes, she's just in her dressing room.
Probably thinking up new ways to get under my skin.
Isabel, can't you please just try and make nice with her just for today?
Well,
As a favor to me. Please.
I suppose so. But it's just because you're so darn cute. You know, you resemble your father so much.
Do I? I really don't remember him much. I just knew him mostly by photos.
Well, Larry, your dad, wasn't that good looking.
What?
But he had this certain charm, a certain air about him that made him totally irresistible. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that bother you? I mean, I am the other woman. Does it bother you?
It is a little weird.
Okay, then let's not discuss it. Let's keep everything on a professional basis, and if there's something you'd like to know about your dad, just ask. And if not, we won't ever have to talk about it again. Deal?
Deal. Thank you, Isabel.
Okay, Stephanie, now are you going to stand around chatting all day, or are we going to start rehearsal?
Rehearsal, right. I'll just go see if Camille has finished her death scene.
Yes.
We're ready, Ma.
I just finished taking my medicine.
Since when are Hostess Twinkies medicine?
I need energy for the rehearsal.
Ma, you have got to stop snacking.
You know me and my sweet tooth.
And you know what the doctor said.
What does that old quack know? He still believes in applying leeches.
You promised me.
Okay, don't get your knickers in a twist. Ugh. Good morning, Isabel.
Good morning, Dolly. That's an attractive blouse.
Thank you. And that's a very nice, what is that called?
It's a chef's jacket.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Very practical.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, you never really cared that much for fashion, did you?
As I recall, I was always ahead of the fashion trends, unlike some people who are always behind the trends.
All right, ladies. How about we just give each other a little space, and focus on the audience, and the camera, and the food.
What are you doing?
The flour was in the wrong place.
Oh, no, the flour is in exactly the right place. First the flour, then the salt, and then the sugar.
No, dear, you never put the salt next to the sugar. It's too easy to mix them up.
Oh, maybe for you, but I can always tell the difference of the salt and the sugar.
Are you implying that I can't?
I'm not implying. I'm stating.
For the last time, you take your grubby hands off
hands
me,
off, you irritating
me.
boob.
Oh, boob! How dare you?
Ladies.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do to you the next time you ever
this
say
way it's going to be
anything
the whole
to me.
thing.
Please, for the love of... If you two want to be treated as professionals, it is time you started acting that way.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. Dolly, I do apologize for my undisciplined behavior.
As do I, and I accept your apology.
Thank you. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Yes, go ahead, dear.
I said
Okay, now we have a lot to go over today, so the first thing that we'll do is...
Oh, decide what kind of aprons we're going to wear.
No,
yes.
we should...
Oh, I agree with Dolly on that point. Appearance is so important.
Yes, online personalities are trendsetters. So it's important that we look wonderful every
Yes.
single time.
Yes.
Now, I hope you don't mind, but I happened to stop by the kitchen warehouse store, and I found 2 aprons that I just couldn't resist.
Oh, well, if great minds don't think alike, you know, I went out and picked up a couple of aprons for us as well.
Oh, well, you show me yours, and I will show you mine.
Okay, let's just get them on. And then, at the count of 3, we will show them to each other. Okay, I hear zipping. You don't have it on yet? Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm almost ready.
Okay,
Almost.
all righty.
Where's a dresser when you need one? Okay.
Ready?
I am now. Ready?
2,
2,
3.
3.
What the hell is that? I am not wearing that.
Please, just one favor before I die. Could we maybe open our scripts?
You don't have to make such a fuss, dear.
Yes, why didn't you say so in the first place?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, I was really lucky to get Penny's Party Planners as our sponsor this week.
Oh, that's quite an achievement. Penny puts on the most wonderful events.
Yes, so I thought we could create a menu for...
We should wear costumes for kind of suggest a glamorous party atmosphere.
I am not wearing any
We
costumes.
don't have that much money in the budget, Mom.
Not wearing them. And by the way, I've been meaning to mention this. How about we do away with all this mob business? I find it very unprofessional.
Unprofessional?
No. Isabella's right.
Thank you.
First names across the board. Is that okay with you, Dolly?
Of course, Stephanie. But I resent being called unprofessional. I have been professional all my life. And when I deal with food, for example, I always take off my hand jewelry.
I wondered when you'd get to that. You know perfectly well that I also remove my jewelry before handling food. What bugs you is the fact that I still wear Larry's ring.
You have no right whatsoever to wear it.
I've been wearing it for 30 years.
Well, that doesn't make it right.
Isabel, Dolly, the script. All right. First, I say, your community service station, Cable Access 4, is proud to present the premiere episode of The Kitchen Witches. Then, Roberta will focus on the two of you behind the counter and...
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Kitchen Witches show. Well, that's pretty bland.
And why did she get the first line?
I tossed a coin.
Couldn't I say something more interesting like, a witchy welcome to one and all?
That is better.
All right, fine. Say that.
But I think it would be a lot stronger if we both said it.
Great. You both say it. Let's start again. What?
We're waiting for you to cue us.
Oh, good Lord.
A witchy welcome to one and all. Oh, I could cackle a little.
And how about if we had a cauldron up here on the counter, all kind of smoky and looking at what's
No cauldrons. Remember, this is not a show about witches. It's a show about cooking and dishing some dirt.
Right.
Okay, we've said hello. Took 15 minutes, but we've said hello. Go on.
Wait a minute. Where's my ring?
Your what, dear?
My ring.
How should I know?
Give it up before I frisk you with a cheese grater.
You and whose army?
Dolly.
Oh, look. Here it is. Oh my. I wonder how I got there. Maybe it rolled off the counter right into my apron pocket.
Yes, what are the odds of that?
Dolly, the script, please.
All right, let's see where. Okay, on today's show, we're going to create delicious dishes perfect to serve at a child's birthday party. Oh, how sweet.
Yes, Penny wants to expand her business into children's events, so I thought we could tie that into the show.
Okay, where were we? And get away from me. Perfect to serve at a child's birthday party.
And speaking of birthdays, did you know that Dolly doesn't have an enemy in the world? She's outlived them all. Stephanie, is that supposed to be funny or argumentative?
Both, I thought.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay, well, you look like $1 million every year of it.
What?
Stephanie, dear,
What?
did you write this all by yourself?
Well, I didn't have much time, you know.
Well, maybe we should just add lib.
No, I think it's safer to stick to the script.
Yes, give it a chance, Isabel.
Oh, here we go with the favoritism again. Doesn't matter what I say or do, the two of you are gonna gang up on me no matter what. I see where this is going.
Isabel.
Stephanie, don't bother trying to argue with her. It's like trying to talk to a jackass.
So now I'm a jackass.
Well, if the horseshoe fits.
All I'm saying is that it doesn't take a genius to know that this script smells worse than 5-week-old cabbage. Fix it, or that's the last you see of Isabel Lomax.
Stephanie, should you wish to discuss this further, I shall be in my dressing room, which is aptly named number 2.
Thanks, Roberta. Hello, everyone. As you know, this is the very first live stream of our brand new show concept, and we are delighted that so many of you decided to show up in person. George, I'm sorry you didn't get your favorite seat, but they're all just as good. So please stop arguing with the ushers and sit your ancient butt down. Oh, sorry folks. So a couple of things that you all should know before we get started. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, Mr. Patterson. Oh no, I wouldn't miss this for the world either, sir. Yes, we got the dressing rooms all straightened out. Isabel is fine that her dressing room is 2.5 inches narrower than Dolly's because she got the Tiffany reading lamp. And Dolly says she can live with the fact that Isabel has better water pressure because she got the skinny mirror. No, I have no idea what a skinny mirror is.
Stephanie, dear.
Hold on, Mr. Patterson. What you need, Ma?
I just wanted to say, have a good show.
Thanks.
Also, I know that you didn't have any room in the budget, but this is our first show, and I wanted to do something special for Isabel and myself, so I've arranged for some costumes that won't cost you a penny, and you're going to love it.
Well, if you and Izzy are happy, then I'm happy.
Wonderful.
Great. Wait just a minute. You did discuss whatever this is with Isabel, right?
And spoil the surprise.
Ma, you know she does not want to wear a costume.
Well, she won't have any choice. While she was in the bathroom, I swiped her clothes.
Oh.
Have a great show, dear.
Oh, what did you... Oh, God. Oh, Mr. Patterson. Sorry, what was that? Rehearsal? Oh, yeah, rehearsal went great.
Stephanie!
Hold on again. What is it, Izzy?
Where the hell are my clothes?
I understand you've been given some sort of costume.
I thought we decided no costumes.
Well,
I thought so. Have you seen what she's arranged for me?
no, I haven't. But it can't be that bad, can it? Look, we are 15 seconds to air. Just deal with it for today, and I'll fix it before next week, okay?
Oh, I'll fix it all right.
Okay, Mr. Patterson, we're ready to go. Yes, I do know that the future of the show is riding on this. Goodbye, sir. Okay. Okay, Roberta. In 3, 2, 1. Roll page. And now, in front of a live studio audience in your community service station, Cable Access 4 is proud to present the premiere live streaming episode of The Kitchen Witches.
I am Glinda, the kitchen witch from the north. And I have come all the way from Emerald City because Penny's party planners asked us to conjure up some recipes for your dear little munchkins. So today, we're going to make There's No Place Like Home Fries, Auntie M's buttermilk biscuits, Jello Brick Road, Poppy's Punch, and then we'll end with a 7-layer over the rainbow cake with emerald frosting. Table 10, eat your hearts out. Wait, what's that I hear? Another kitchen witch is about to appear.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Remember, dear, only bad witches are ugly. Well, first, we are going to get started with Auntie M's buttermilk biscuits. Now, what you need to do is to add, first, 3 cups of the flour, and then you need to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda powder, and then a half a teaspoon of salt.
Oh, give me that bowl! You have no more brains than a scarecrow. This is the sugar and this is the salt. I told you you'd get them mixed up, you ninny. Why don't you just go someplace where you can't get into any trouble?
A place where there is no trouble. Behind the moon, beyond the rain. Somewhere over the
And no singing!
Go.
Hello, everyone. Now, we have a half a cup of very cold butter cut into tiny bits, and we're going to rub it into our flour mixture until coarse crumbs appear. And then we are going to take a half a cup, oh no, a full cup of buttermilk and add it to our mixture. And this makes a very sticky dough, but you also have to remove your valuable jewelry before you start.
Oh, so you're going to mention that again. You jibber jabber more than a squadron of flying monkeys.
You know, some people without brains still do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
A remark like that deserves a nasty look. But I see she's already got one. All right, let's get started with Poppy Punch. Your little munchkins can help you make this. Now, you need a bottle of cranberry juice, 1 of pineapple juice. You mix it with ginger ale and some ice, and then you can put in poppy flowers made from edible wafer paper. Now, you mix it up, and if you want the adult version,
No.
you just add a couple of these, and you'll be doing backflips all the way to Kansas.
Have you forgotten that this is a party for children?
Lighten up, Maleficent.
Stephanie, what are you doing down there?
My cowardly lion doesn't like it when I enjoy a little tipple or two.
A little tipple? You put down more booze than a Dean Martin revival party. Now, back to my biscuits. Put your dough onto a well-floured surface. Give me that. Making sure to use extra flour so it doesn't stick. Then we start folding the dough. Lots of folds. Make that flaky, melt in your mouth flavor. Oh, now the mixture will be quite crumbly at first.
There's no taste like dough.
Dolly, I have had just about enough of you.
Well, fine, be gone before someone drops a house on you.
That's it. I am done with this ridiculous charade.
Isabel.
Stephanie, I did not study 4 years at the Cordon Bleu to end up on this tacky TV show in this stupid costume being made fun of by an overstuffed reject from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Who are you calling overstuffed?
Oh, honey, we could fill you with helium and rename you Zeppelin.
Stephanie, are you going to allow her to talk to your mother this way?
Oh, save your breath, Stephanie. It's time we admitted that this was a mistake from the beginning. We were fools to think it could ever work. Sorry to disappoint you folks, but this show has been canceled again.
Isabel, wait.
No, Stephanie, not waiting for anything. Oh, God, I'm through. All right. What did you do with it?
With what?
My ring. It's gone to no one's surprise.
It probably rolled off the counter like it did before.
Give it back.
I'm making frosting. Talk to the hand.
I said, give it to me.
Okay. Ew. Stephanie.
Isabel! Oh, I suppose you're going to take her side. Favoritism again.
Of course she should favor me. I am her mother.
Well, you only adopted her. I gave birth to her.
Don't go away. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Hey everyone. I'm really glad so many of you decided to show up here today, but due to fire regulations, I need to tell you that if you don't have a seat, you can't watch the show. No standing in the aisles. Sorry. But hey, the cable access 4 folks turned away over 100 people today, so count yourselves lucky. Mrs. H, let George sit beside you. I can't help it if he smells like mothballs. Just deal with it. Well, I know that most of you are here because a couple of weeks ago, I found out that I have a birth mother named Isabel, a real mom named Dolly, a dad named Larry who adopted me even though he was my dad, but kept that a secret from Dolly and me until Isabel decided to blurt it out on a live broadcast. Now the show is a huge hit on YouTube and Facebook, and my life is the main topic of conversation around every water cooler in town, which makes me very, no, leave that one on there, happy. Yes. Excuse me. Be right back. 1 minute, Mom.
Okay, darling.
1 minute, Mom.
Thank you, sweetheart.
So, just watch for the sign and applaud or cheer or do whatever the hell you want. Okay, Roberta. In 3, 2, cue music. Streaming live from your community service station, Cable Access 4, today's show is sponsored by Fiore's Restaurant, Harriet's Flowers, and La Maison de Boeuf, where you'll never get a bum steer. And now, here they are, the duo behind the fast-growing phenomenon known as the Kitchen Witches.
A witchy welcome to one and all. Hello, Elm Street Ladies Bridge Club.
Hi. Well, we have a wonderful show for you today, folks.
It is Kitchen Witches Quickies Day.
This is our own version of the Iron Chef Challenge, where we have to come up with interesting ways to use the secret ingredients that Stephanie has selected.
Yes, but in our version, we have to come up with as many recipes as we can in 2 minutes. Isn't that a riot?
Yes. Oh, but before we begin, I want to say a special hello to my favorite fan, the wonderful programming director for Cable Access 4, Mr. Hugh Patterson. Hi, Hugh.
So you're hobnobbing with Hugh Patterson now?
Well, you know, we have a lot of the same interests, belong to the same class of people, you know.
That's not what he said last night.
What?
Last night, Huey and I had dinner at La Maison de Boeuf. What a delightful man. We had the most delicious prime rib and Yorkshire pudding. Oh, you could die for it.
If you think that you can schmooze with Hugh
you're
Patterson,
accusing
you
me
have
of
another thing
cheating.
coming.
Oh, no,
I know what you're doing here. You're just trying to get your own program going.
Oh, no,
yes, because you don't want me here with you at all.
Ladies, I'm putting up with you.
Ladies!
Viewer mail? Oh, is it time for viewer mail already?
Time goes by so quick.
Yes.
Let's check the cauldron for viewer mail.
Ooh, here we go. Hubble, bubble, snow and hail.
Show us lots of witchy mail.
Toil and trouble, hail and snow.
Tell us what you want to know.
1, 2, 3.
Would you like to go first, dear?
Oh, no, dear, you go right ahead.
Okay. This letter is from Lucy, who lives in County Road 672.
Hi, Lucy.
And she writes, Dear Kitchen Witches, you have so many interesting recipes. Are there any plans for a cookbook? Yours witchily, Lucy M.
Well, if great minds don't think alike.
Lucy, we have good news for you. We have just been signed with Edibles Publishing, and in a few weeks, the Kitchen Witches Cookbook will be everywhere. You can buy it at your favorite bookstore, you can buy it online, you can download it on your ebook.
That's right, and we're so excited. But the hardest part, of course, was trying to decide which recipes to use.
And which photos.
Photos?
We'll show you what pictures of us in it, don't you?
Oh, you mean pictures of us with our completed dishes?
Well, yeah, that too, but I thought maybe some family photos. You know, like Stephanie growing up. People seem to be very interested in that.
You want to put family photos in our cookbook.
Sure.
But then there would be no pictures of me.
Oh. I didn't didn't think of that.
You know perfectly well I wasn't around when Stephanie was growing up.
And whose fault was that?
Ma! I thought we decided not to discuss this on the air.
Discuss what? You abandoning your child?
I didn't abandon. I forbid you to talk about this.
Who's talking about it? I think you are.
You started it with the family snapshots. So you wouldn't have a child at all if it wasn't for me, Julia Childless.
Dare you? That,
Oh, what's the matter with you?
I might have had a little too much prime rib last night. He treated. And I have a little tummy distress.
Oh, great. I'm working with Emerald Lagasse.
It'll pass in a minute.
Well, don't pass it over here.
If I didn't have to walk so far to my dressing room.
Oh, don't you start that. I always arrive first, so it's only right
All
that
right.
I should have...
Sorry, folks. Get on with it.
We can discuss the cookbook later.
You bet your asparagus we will.
Letter number 2.
Letter number 2 is from John from Brandon. And he writes, Dear Witches, first of all, I'd like to thank Isabel for sending me her steak and kidney pie recipe. I made it for a potluck supper the other night, and everyone raved about it. Oh, isn't that nice? But the real reason I'm writing is to let Stephanie know that I have been a reformed smoker for 18 months now. I thought I'd never quit, but I was fortunate to have good friends who encouraged me and helped me through the worst of it. Please let Stephanie know that if she needs a friend, she can get in touch with me anytime, day or night.
Ooh.
Love, John.
Isn't that sweet?
Stephanie, here, you need to put this someplace special.
I really don't think I do.
Oh, Stephanie, you know what they say, you can never have too many friends.
But you can have way too many mothers.
Okay, say thank you to John for the nice letter, dear.
Thank you, John.
And that you'll call him sometime.
I'll think about it. Let's get cooking now, okay?
Ready?
Yep. Witches.
Witches.
Prepare.
1, 2, 3. And remember the witch's #1 rule. Wash your hands before working with food and take off all of your jewelry on your hands.
And always be sure to put your jewelry someplace where it won't be a big temptation to somebody who has no self-control whatsoever.
Will you get over it, Isabel? For the 100th time, I did not take your stupid ring.
And I know you did.
And I know I didn't.
Oh, you shoot more bull than National Meat Packing.
So not only am I a thief, I'm a bull shooter.
You said it, I didn't.
Okay, I have had it with you calling me names. It's not.
Ma, don't get too close. This woman is powered by methane.
This is your fault.
My fault?
Yes, you probably gave me an ulcer.
Oh, nonsense. If you didn't eat so many snacks, you wouldn't have all these digestive upsets.
Isabel, please. Are you okay to continue, Witch Dolly?
Yes, I can continue, but tell her to keep a civil tongue in her mouth.
All right, it's time to invite our special guest up onto the stage for our Kitchen Witches Quickies Challenge.
Wonderful.
This is going to be fun.
Okay. You know, folks, we can't have a cooking contest without somebody to decide the winner.
So, Stephanie, do you have the name of today's celebrity judge?
I do indeed. Okay. Would you please come up and join us in the kitchen, Mr. Aloysius T. Farnsworth.
Hey, that's me.
to help.
You know, he looks a lot like my second husband.
Well, how many times have you been married?
Just once.
I don't want to fall on national TV.
Come, turn around. Oh, he's so happy to see
Hey.
you.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Dolly.
And I am Isabel Lomax, but you can call me Izzy.
And I'm Aloysius from French Lick, Indiana.
Tell me,
Home of Larry Bird, old big Larry Bird.
Okay.
with a name like that,
Okay, big boy,
with a
calm
name
down.
like that, tell me, were your parents pilgrims, or did they just hate you?
They were farmers.
Oh, okay.
Farmers in
Okay.
French Lick, Indiana.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
And are you married?
Yes, of course. For many years.
Oh,
55 years.
well, let's just get you ready here.
Somebody said you were married 55 years to the same woman.
Aloysius,
I said,
Aloysius,
no, she's
can I
changed a lot.
Can I just call
That's a song, ain't it? You can call me out.
We're gonna take
I
your
know, I
jacket
get real
off.
cold,
All right,
darling.
we're taking-
I get cold.
this is gonna
I
be
get
even
so-
hotter.
No, I can't be
And
hot
just in
enough.
case things get messy,
What do I need that
we're
for?
going to give you some protection.
We need to
I
tell
don't
the
need it at
director
my
to be a
age.
little more careful. Sit down right there. Comfy? Sit down, comfy. Sit. Comfy. All right. Oh, he's thrilled to be here.
Oh, I know, he looks so happy.
I will now reveal today's Kitchen Witches Quickies Challenge. In 2 minutes or less, you must make as many dishes as you can using items all related to our favorite dinner course, dessert.
Oh, yummy, excellent.
All
You like
right.
dessert?
I like dessert
Okay.
and booze.
Are you ready, Witch Dolly?
Ready?
Are you ready, Witch Izzy?
Ready?
Are you ready, Celebrity Judge?
What do I do?
Sit there and be good.
That's what you do.
Okay, then upon your mark, get set, go! And the race is on! If he gets to the fridge first, let's see what she's after. Oh my goodness, we've got some whipped cream, we got fruit, we got some milk. Let's see what Dolly's gonna have. Dolly's stealing off the other counter. There you go. Lots of whipped cream over here. I can't imagine where that's going. And, oh Lord. And, okay, now they're fighting over the whip. No. Little lots of sugar going in there, and she's headed for the cabinet. Let's see what we got. We got some taco shells. We've got some flour. We've got nose wipes. We've got more sugar. More, oh my goodness, lots of activity going on these counters. Woo, look at that. Oh, we've got some cookies. We've got more stealing. We've got whatever that is.
That's what I got.
They're going to fight over everything. Okay. What else is got? Time.
That wasn't me.
Let's have our ladies describe what they made for our celebrity judge.
Perhaps he'd like his own show.
Maybe he would. I don't think we have that much time. Dolly,
More money.
let's have you show the judge what you've made.
I have for you super sweet summer fruit tart. And I also, get this little thing. And I also have an exotic Mexican-inspired dessert taco. And then,
Spicy? I can't eat spicy.
not spicy,
I get
and
gas.
then
I get a lot of gas.
melt in your mouth bourbon balls.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't that burn?
No.
They're balls, just put it in your mouth.
Isabel.
Feed myself? Do I feed myself?
Okay, my turn. Sweets
I didn't do
for the
my-
hey, pay attention. Sweets for the sweet. I've got my luscious strawberry shortcake, yummy coconut macaroons,
Oh, I like coconut.
and luscious vanilla wafer crumble with fruit jam. You like that?
No, ma'am.
Have some more?
Okay, celebrity judge, you will have 10 seconds to pick the winner. You must judge on appearance, variety, color, and of course, taste.
Oh, yes.
I didn't.
Okay. Have some more. And the strawberry. Oh, must be coconut macaroons.
Oh, this is good.
Did you call it? Enough. Put your hands up.
Okay, celebrity judge, you cannot pick both ladies, just one. So who will it be? Should I go pick another card out of the bucket?
That was very good. That was very good. That was very good.
It's a 20-minute show.
That's my favorite right there, whatever that is. Don't look very good, but it sure tastes.
And here is your prize package. A one-night stay at the Bidewee Inn and dinner for two at La Maison de Boeuf.
Where you never get a bum steer.
And now, some of our assistants will help you out.
Can I take this with me?
Sure. But let somebody help you first. We don't want you to fall if you're carrying something. Push them up. Okay, here we go. Our lovely assistant will see you out, sir. Oh, don't encourage him. Why not?
Scotch and soda.
He's hurt. Okay. Well,
Oh, that was good.
that's all for today, folks.
Well, everyone at home, thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Although we've caught you in our spell.
The time has come to say farewell.
But while we're gone, don't be bitter.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Stay tuned for the wrap-up of today's show. And we're clear.
Oh, stop being such a drama queen.
Mom, there is enough Tums, Pepto-Bismol, and Gas-X in that dressing room to settle a Mexican bean-eating contest.
Okay.
Go take something.
Okay, I will.
Hey, that's my dressing room. Great. Now we're gonna have to get it fumigated. Oh, God. You know, I think the Kitchen Witchy Quickie segment went really great today. I think it's going to be a really good regular feature on the show, don't you?
I guess.
It really did go well today, didn't it, Stephanie?
Sure did.
Phew, getting all this done in 2 minutes is no picnic, let me tell you. And with the music galloping along like that, it was such an adrenaline rush.
Must be.
Stephanie, are you ever going to talk to me in sentences?
What?
It's been weeks since I dropped my little bombshell, and we've never really talked about it.
What is there to say?
Well, I thought you'd be curious about
what happened 30-odd years ago?
Yes.
Well, I'm not.
Really? Really? Okay, but if you change your mind...
Excuse me. I need to check on my mother.
Of course.
Ma? Ma, how you doing?
Isabel? Oh, Stephanie. I thought the place needed a little tidying up.
The cleaning crew will do that in the morning, you know.
I know, but I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd make myself useful.
Okay.
You?
What?
What are you doing here?
Well, there's only so many corridors in a hospital, and once you've walked them all about 100 times, you start to get dizzy, and oh, that hospital smell.
Oh, yes. Do they know anything yet?
They're not sure. They just said, go home, get some rest, and come back in the morning.
Well, that's probably best.
Yeah, rest. Right.
You know, I bet you haven't eaten a thing all day. You could use a nourishing meal.
No, I'm not hungry.
Maybe not, but it'll give us something to do.
Isabel, I don't need you to fuss.
It's no fuss. I'll just throw a few things together and we can sit and have a chat.
Isabel, will you please stop trying to mother me?
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Aren't you?
No, right now I'm just trying to make you a sandwich.
Isabel, you have been trying to get close to me ever since you showed up here, but it is not going to work. I already have a mother.
I know that. I chose her to be your mother. I chose Dolly Biddle because I knew she could be a better mother to you than I could ever be. Dolly was my best friend, you know. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Yep, we were as close as sisters growing up in good old Brooklyn. We spent every second together, sat next to each other in school, talked on the phone for hours, had sleepovers. We were the first ones to wear dog collars on our ankles.
Dog collars?
Sure. Left if you were going steady and right if you were available. Oh, our last year of high school, we met Larry Biddle. What a character. I remember the day he came flying into the school parking lot in that ancient wreck of a muscle car of his. He taught your mother how to drive in that sad excuse for a vehicle.
Really? Ma is a terrible driver.
No kidding. She kept missing the brake and stepping on the clutch. She stalled out at every red light if she managed to stop at all. Larry would be, I'd be hanging on the back, and Larry would be beside her in the front saying, pull the stick back, pull the stick back. And she'd be saying, I can't, I'm trying to drive. Mustard or mayo?
Mustard.
Okay. Okay. The three of us had a lot of fun. We were best buddies. Then out of the blue, Larry proposes to me. Well, I was stunned. I didn't want to get married. I had been working and saving every penny so I could study to be a chef at the Cordon Bleu in Paris. So I turned him down. Larry was angry, embarrassed. Ugh. So the next day, he proposed to Dolly.
No.
Yep, she was over the moon planning a Christmas wedding and flashing the tiniest diamond that you ever saw. Oh, goodness. Then 3 years later, I'm returning in triumph as a chef from the Cordon Bleu. You want some black pepper?
Yes, please.
Or that? Oops. Okay. But Dolly was stuck in Brooklyn, slinging hash at a diner. Before long, Larry and I met up in Tampa, and we were just like two hormone-driven teenagers. Oh, I'm sorry, I've said too much.
No, I just need something to go with that sandwich, and if I know my mother... told ya. Let me guess. 3 years later?
3 months later.
I'm sorry, 3 months later. Yeah, not
I
an
had a
elephant.
big old bun in my oven. What a mess. Dolly desperately wanted children, but she couldn't have them. I didn't want kids at all, but I found out I could pop them out like toaster strudel. So Larry and I quietly arranged it with an adoption agency, and the day after you were born, you became part of the Biddle family, and I climbed up my career ladder.
Yeah, and forgot about me.
Forgot you? I thought of you every single day. Every time Larry came down to visit Tampa, he would bring me photos of you and your report cards and, oh, look at this.
What's that?
A lock of your hair and 2 of your baby teeth.
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
Well, you know the rest of the story. During one of Larry's Tampa trips, he had a heart attack in that motel, and I found myself at a funeral, hiding out in the back row, but your mother spotted me.
Uh-oh.
And apparently that's the first time that a funeral was reported in the sports section.
Wow. My life is a soap opera.
Oh no, your life has been filled with people who love you, one way or another. It may have been a little unconventional, but it wasn't so terrible, was it?
No, it wasn't terrible. Life with Ma has always been pretty darn interesting.
Like I said, I always knew Dolly would be a better mother to you than I could ever be. And believe me, I'm not trying to take her place in your heart. No one ever could. But if you could fit me in somewhere, well, that would be a greater gift than I could deserve.
Isabel, I'm gonna need a little more time.
Oh, you take all the time you want. You're gonna be okay, kiddo. And you know what? Dolly is too. I know it. Well, how about some coffee and dessert? I know I've still got some pastry shelves back.
Isabel. Thank you.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again live from your community service station, Cable Access 4, today's show is sponsored by La Boutique Style Salon and Wawa, where you can eat lunch and get gas. Now, please give a warm witchy welcome to the Kitchen Witches.
A witchy welcome to one and all. As our regular viewers can see, we seem to be one witch shy of a coven today. Yes, last week my co-host Dolly Biddle was taken seriously ill and had to go to the hospital, poor thing. But you know the old saying, the show must go on. Right, Stephanie?
Right you are, Isabel. Please tell our audience and the viewers at home what you'll be cooking up today.
Well, today's theme is one very close to my heart. Goodies from the garden. We are going to make a julienne salad with low-fat dressing and my special herbed croutons. You know, if our friend Dolly had eaten more fruits and vegetables instead of all those fatty foods all the time, she would be with us here today. I'm sure she would be saying something
Drop
like,
that lettuce. You backstabbing Harvey.
you were supposed to be home resting.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you? You hag from hell. You'd like me to be on my deathbed, gasping my last breaths, while you're here decapitating vegetables and plotting to take over the show.
Well, it wouldn't be fair to my loyal fans not to show up.
Is this your knife? The one I just pulled from my back?
Ma!
And you. I expected betrayal from her. But you turn your back on me, your real mother?
Ma, if you would just be quiet and listen for 1 minute.
Stephanie and I have something to say.
Oh, Stephanie and I. Oh, isn't that enough to make you sick?
Cue music. It was Isabel's idea.
Her idea?
Yes. Oh, she knew you'd show up here today, and she wanted to give you a really nice welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
How are you feeling, Don? I'm sure all of you fans would like to know just as much as we do.
Well, actually, I'm feeling fine. A little weak at the knees at the moment, but... Oh, and I want to thank you for all of the letters and the cards and the flowers. I had that good-looking nurse at the hospital, you know, that hunky one. I had him busy rearranging all the flowers so we could make room. He flirted with me outrageously. That is, until I threw up on his shoes.
Well, that does put a damper on things.
Well, it turned out it was nothing really serious. Just a big old clump of something I ate that wouldn't find its way out. One industrial-size enema and... I was fine. And I lost 5 pounds. Of course, it was like giving birth to a bowling ball.
Oh, Dolly, it's good to have you back.
Isabel, it's good to see you smile.
Oh, Dolly, I've missed you. And I wanted to tell you how sorry I was about Larry. That was a terrible thing to do to a friend.
Well, I know. I married the poor SOB strictly out of pity.
Well, you know, I've wanted to clear the air for so many years.
Well, since we're confessing, I've got something to show you.
My ring! Dolly, you did have it all along.
I did, but I didn't know that I did.
What?
Remember Auntie M's buttermilk biscuits and I took a taste of the dough?
Yes.
I thought it was awfully lumpy.
You mean you...
Yeah. Backed up like I-4 rush hour.
You don't?
The doctor did say it was the most expensive expensive thing he's ever seen come through.
You don't say.
I think you should have it now.
Gee, thanks. But you know, since it is a Biddle family heirloom, I think I will pass it, pardon the pun, on to the next generation. Here, dear.
Gee, thanks.
You know, that ring sat in the bottom of my jewelry box for years. I only wore it on the show because I knew it owed you. Kind of silly now, though, right?
Well, you know what's not silly? This beautiful julienne salad that is low fat, high fiber, and it's big enough for a family of 3.
Family of 3. I like that, Dolly.
Well, why don't you join us, Stephanie? You could be our celebrity judge.
You two go ahead. I have plans to eat after the show.
Oh, you have a lunch date?
No. Well, maybe.
Oh. With whom?
No one you know. Who has she had time to meet?
The hunky nurse at the hospital.
No.
The produce manager at Publix.
John from Brandon.
No. No, it's not. Okay, yes, it is.
I knew it. You go, John boy.
Where is he taking you?
Um,
Oh, wait, I know. La Maison de Boeuf.
where you never get a bum steer. No, I'm going to his place. He's cooking.
What's he making?
Well, he was talking about making some...
Isabel, you know what? If this works out, we could be making plans for our first grandchild.
You have to bring him a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Wear perfume.
I will.
And most importantly,
Wash your hands, dude.
I never had much of an urge to be a mother, but I'm sure looking forward to being a grandmother.
Okay, well, that's about all the time we have for today, folks.
I can start putting up jars of baby food. You can knit booties.
Oh, Nick,
On behalf of our sponsors and your community
Don't
service station, Cable Access 4.
I hate to knit.
But somebody's got to knit the booties.
Besides, my baby food has been approved by the FDA.
This is Stephanie Biddle asking you to tune in again next week.
But
Same
I know
witchy
what
time,
babies really
same
like
witchy
since
station.
I've had real experience.
Here we go again. You couldn't go 2 minutes without bringing up something